Keep going, bro. You got time. I know. While you're doing that, though, I'm going to keep...
Montreal Canadiens, dude. Most cups in...
Boom. You didn't say Montreal?
I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah, it's just three random
You did
teams.
say... You said that you were going to say the Canadian
teams,
team.
but I didn't. I kept floating back and forth.
Okay. Reports say that the WME IMG Kraft Group, owner of the New England Patriots, and China Media Capital have bids between $3.9 and $4.2 million or billion dollars to purchase the UFC from Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta. White and Flash Entertainment, and a subsidiary of the Abu Dhabi government. Both groups want to keep Dana White on. So that was, reports say, from what I understand, the UFC has already been purchased. And the UFC will not announce this until after UFC 200.
Edmonton Oilers. 3 left.
2 left.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. So, developing hot ... WME IMG and the Kraft Group, owner of the New England Patriots, and China Media Capital have bids between $3.9 and $4.2 billion. Developing hot ... That's big news. And I think you got one more team. Former UFC lightweight champion Anthony Pettis' first fight at 145 will be against Charles Oliveira August 27th at UFC on Fox 21 in Vancouver. Oliveira, 25-5-1 and 1 no contest, has won 5 of his last 6 fights. His last loss was to Max Holloway last August due to injury in the first round. He last beat Miles Jury by first-round submission in December. Charles Oliveira is a very good bar for Anthony Pettis as he eyes the featherweight title picture. Carlos Condit, victim of a controversial split decision to Robbie Lawler, one time landed on the other end of a decision over Nick Diaz, where he won. Says he's down to get back in the octagon on one condition. After loss to Lawler, he said he was considering retirement, but he's down for either a rematch with either Diaz or Robbie Lawler. Both of those rematches would interest him and bring him out of retirement. Lawler set to fight Tyron Woodley at UFC 201. Said he most likely will not fight until next year. So there's that.
Did I say the Maple Leafs?
I don't believe you did, Toronto.
Yeah.
So there you go. That might be 30. If you have any other, if you can think of any of them that you might not have said, just go ahead and throw them out there. But
there's probably only one left, but go ahead.
All right.
UFC it.
Will Brooks signed with the UFC. Bellator lightweight champion was let go last month. He'll be facing Ross Pearson at the Ultimate Fighter 23 finale on July 8th. Says signing with the UFC is a dream come true. So there you go, a little bit of that news. See, what else do we got? You got anything, brother?
Yeah.
Still haven't found out anything about Meatloaf on that whole ordeal. To be perfectly honest, I didn't really look. There is that. We got plenty of wrestling news to get to, but we're saving all the wrestling news for our last podcast of the week, which will be in a few hours after we catch a little Nappy McNap. And, we'll probably have a little bit more also to come to you with, as we are going to be watching NXT TakeOver. We're also going to digest, well, we already checked out SmackDown, but we're going to be checking out NXT TakeOver. We got SmackDown that we got to report on. We also have, what else do we have? Money in the Bank happened this weekend. We have a lot of wrestling. I got a lot of wrestling information for you guys. You guys will be pleased. If you guys are wrestling fans, the next episode is basically for you, the diehards, the B2J diehards.
Lucha Underground as well.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get off. Thank you. A lot of cool stuff happened in the wrestling world. A lot of bad stuff happened in the wrestling world in the form of Roman Reigns. A lot of bad stuff happened in the form of Jerry Lawler. But outside of that, we're looking forward to coming to you guys for our next episode, where it's going to be basically wrestling.
And then a little more wrestling.
We also are going to have a little more. We'll talk a little bit more sports. I'll do a quick. Maybe I'll let you sleep for an extra 20 minutes and do a little homework or whatever, and we'll just have a great show lined up for you in a couple hours.
Throw some baseballs at them?
Yep, throw some baseballs at them. Basically, that's it.
Every other sport is
pretty much
either on off season, or we just don't know enough about that sport to bring it.
Things are going to be happening. We got a lot of wrestling stuff to talk about that I look forward to talking about. Not just what we've watched in the form of SmackDown, Raw, Money in the Bank, which we didn't get to watch, but we do know already what happened. Dean Ambrose, champion, which is epic if you're a Dean Ambrose fan.
That's how you turned heel.
I still haven't seen that. That's crazy. All kinds of things.
Sasha Banks is back.
The Wyatt family is back and in full effect. A lot of cool stuff in the world of wrestling. But we still got NXT TakeOver to watch. We might even catch a little bit of maybe the Stone Cold podcast or something like that. But
with AJ.
You guys, thank you. I'm going to give this little brief moment to tell you guys to download the Spreaker radio app. Tell your friends to download it, because if you're listening to this, you probably either downloaded the app and or have already just stumbled upon it and you guys are listening to it. But you could also check us out on YouTube. But I strongly advise you guys won't have it broken up into 3 different segments or whatever. Strongly advise you guys to download the Spreaker radio app. Hit the star and it'll automatically download. And you guys can listen to us off of Wi-Fi and everything. It's free. Free 99. Tell your friends about us. I hope you guys have enjoyed Up All Night with B2J the podcast. We're going to be taking a nap, so I don't have all these fuck-ups. You know what I'm saying? These slip-ups, these stumbled.
I say the third time is supposed to be the charm, so we got to get some energy in us to get that one right.
Yep. So, you guys, thank you so much. I said we're going to cut it short, so I gave you guys damn near 40 minutes. You know what I mean?
Now give them some music.
Thank you guys for listening. This one's cut short a little bit, but we will give you a full 45 as we catch you guys' asses down the road, as Stone Cold would say. B2J the podcast. Out.